we're on our way to Trek, Barrie, Ontario, to put a deposit on my new bike, Trekamonda. Madone. Okay, shit.
You can't keep it straight.
I know, because I'm getting both. I keep saying it, I'm getting the Madone and I'm getting the Monda. The Madone's coming first. And we're also going to talk to Jeremy, who owns the bike shop, about what's going on with bikes. Why can't you get a bike? Why can't you get parts? What's happening? Why is everything sold out? And we're gonna get his take on that. So I'm really excited, and let's go see Jeremy at Trek. You excited?
Excited.
If we added up all the time I've spent waiting for her in the last 10 years, I can't even think about it, because it would be a long friggin' time. So the big decision we're picking is the color. We got red, blue, and black, and we decided we're going with
blue.
What do you like, blue?
Blue.
All right, we're going with blue. That's it. And look at this. Look at the good news. Where does it say the lead time? 7 days. So once it ships in 7 days, how long does it take?
About 4 days to get to us.
Takes about 4 days?
Yeah.
So I should have it
by the July long weekend.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
You're rolling.
Yeah, so we were just talking. You said you got like 800 bikes on back order?
Yep.
So
more than ever.
So when did it like go crazy?
Late April of last year.
And then it's been like
it has been pretty much unrelenting ever since.
And now it's worse than it's ever been.
Yeah, so we had huge demand last spring, but there was some supply to go along with it. The challenge we're seeing now is the demand is still there or increasing, and the supply isn't there anymore. Component manufacturers are really struggling to get components out to the market, which leaves people's broken bikes, which also leaves the bike manufacturers themselves basically struggling to get parts to assemble bikes. So stuff's been slowly trickling in, but there are certain components that you're a year or two out to get.
Gotcha. And this is Jeremy, by the way, owner of Barrie Trek Bikes. And you have amazing insight on like what's going on in the industry right now. So basically the problem is parts. Like no one can get Shimano. Like Shimano's the big problem.
Shimano's the big problem. SRAM is just as bad, and it's providing opportunities for a lot of smaller component manufacturers to step up in the aftermarket. So we've got a lot of KMC chains on order that are going to show up way before Shimano or SRAM chains are going to show up. So these smaller companies that we would never really look at in a normal year,
you're like,
all of a sudden we're just send us your chains, and we're putting those on bikes as best we can, and they're working really well. So now a company like that is got a really good opportunity to get a bigger market share compared to where they were before.
But do you think like who's going to make a group set better than Shimano? Or
That's it. Nobody. So complete group sets, you're stuck. I mean, you really it's a essentially a two-player market. Both of those companies are tapped out. We got notice last week that Shimano's entire Malaysian production has been shut down until the end of this month. They were operating at 60% capacity up until that point, and now they're completely shut down. That's not going to help.
That's
supply issues, right?
So you're saying people are actually putting deposits on bikes that won't arrive till 2023?
Yeah, and there's a couple, we've had a few where the model that they want is just going to be backordered that far. I mean, most bikes are coming now between sort of this fall and next spring. The majority of those backordered bikes are coming before next season. But essentially, if you didn't have your name on a bike by now, you're not getting a bike till next riding season, essentially.
Wow. And why? Like, what's making some of them go to 2023?
I'm assuming component availability,
really?
Demand versus the supply. It's got to be what it is.
So basically, like the demand's going up and the supply's going down. More people want bikes, and
everyone wants bikes right now, and it's. It's kind of cool to see. You know? I mean, you go out to the trailheads, you go out on the roads, and there's more people out there than I've ever seen in the 16 years I've been in this town. So
And that like translate to rider safety. So
Yeah.
like hopefully a year or two from now, there's so many people on bikes that the drivers are more used
The
to
awareness is coming. You know, I think various levels of government are going to be looking at infrastructure for these cycles. I mean, you saw it last summer in Toronto where they were closing down large chunks of road just to on weekends just to be able to allow people to go out and ride bikes. You know, there's nothing bad coming out of that. That's for sure.
I think that one of the biggest reason people don't get on bikes is because they're scared.
Safety.
I know that was
Absolutely.
my biggest concern.
100% safety.
You know,
right? So, you know, that's why you're seeing companies like, you know, Trek with their Bontrager line of products coming up with some really cool safety stuff. And that's why gravel riding is getting more popular too, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who may be not 100% comfortable riding on the road. So that's why gravel's taken off, because gravel is perceived as safer because there's less traffic involved.
Yeah, look at that Unbound event.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, huge. And the coverage they're getting out of it, and that's only going to make it even more popular.
Yeah, I was talking to my new coach who's in the States, and he said that like since they've started back up, like you know how it was like dying in 2019?
Yeah.
Now it's like
Through the roof.
Going crazy.
Well, any event right now, I mean, people are so starved for events that you know, anything that can be run safely like that, they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? So
No, that's sick.
yeah. So I think that this lack of events in the last year and a bit, you know, there's a lot of types of events that were on the decline.
Yeah.
And this is only going to make people want to do them more, and hopefully those events come back even stronger than before.
What that reminds me of, like obviously anyone that watched the channel knows my bike was stolen, my Amonda, and like I was spoiled when I lost my Amonda. I know there's BMC riders out there. I'm not knocking the BMC, but like it shows me like how good Bontrager parts are, how good the Trek bikes are, and like just how much I love Trek, you know. And you guys have always taken care of me, so if you're in the area, stop by. One bike. Well, what should someone do if they want to buy a bike? What do you think the best thing for them to do is?
I mean, you're going to be waiting for it no matter what. So let's pick the perfect bike. Let's pick the bike you want, and then if you know, wait for it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, right? Don't settle. Get the bike you want,
and then put the deposit on it. Because you literally said you're getting like hundreds of calls a day. For like, can you get this cassette? Can you get this? Can
and
you
people
get that?
are, and there's it's just fielding phone calls of people who are trying to get something sooner than they've already been told. So we're getting calls from Richmond Hill. We're getting calls from, you know, all around the GTA because they've called the stores in the GTA. They're getting the same answers they're getting from us.
So they come up here.
Yeah.
So your advice would be pick the bike you want.
Be prepared to wait. Be prepared to wait.
Put the deposit, and then you'll get it eventually.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. Or
it's a wild place to be, but that's where we're at.
Or you can get it like, so what happened with me is because I got the 9, the more expensive one. That one's more available.
Yeah, except for the components. You know, components are hit and miss again, but we got I guess kind of part lucky, I guess, in that whole thing.
So if you wanted to order a SLR 9 now, it's what, going into next year?
Probably, yeah. This month.
Really?
Yeah.
So just because I ordered mine at the end of April.
Just at the right time, just before the demand started to ramp up again.
Oh, because if spring hit.
Yeah, demand ramped up, and that was the end of that. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, man.
No worries.
All right, so in what, 10 days I'll get the Amonda? The frame? The Madone. And we'll be back to pick it up.
Yes.
All right, thanks, man.
Awesome.
All right, we just left Trek, and I'm so excited. I thought that Madone was gonna come in a month, but I'm gonna get it in 10 days or less. It ships in 7 days, which is huge. So please subscribe so you get notified when I go pick up my new frame. We're gonna build it up together. SRAM red, zip wheels. It's gonna be good. I'm super pumped. So please subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and please comment. Love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you soon. Bye.